Since we're studying the biblical man Barnabas this week, let me start by reading a passage from Acts chapter 9, verse 26, where Barnabas is a key actor. When Paul was come to Jerusalem, he tried to join the disciples, but they were all afraid of him, not believing that he really was a disciple. The Christians in Jerusalem were not very loving to the outsider Paul. They were reacting to him according to partial information. Here's what they knew. Paul had been a violent persecutor of the church. Now he's trying to join them. Armed with only this information, they quickly and instinctively create a story to explain what's going on. Here it is. That nasty persecutor is trying to infiltrate and destroy our fellowship. The church's quick but incorrect judgment of Paul is a result of what Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman calls in his book, Thinking Fast and Slow, System 1 thinking. System 1 is a human thinking skill that's instinctive and fast, survival-oriented. Our System 1 is highly trained to make a lot of practical and useful judgments with hardly any effort or conscious control. 2 plus 2 is 4. You don't think about it. You just know it. The problem is that while System 1 thinking is an indispensable life skill, it often makes the wrong decisions with sometimes embarrassing overconfidence. According to the writer Kahneman, System 1 thinking, the fast thinking, needs to be kept accountable to System 2 thinking, which is slower and more deliberate. Unfortunately, System 2 is lazy as well as detailed and would like to keep dozing. System 1 thinking has the job done before System 2 opens his eyes. And System 2 is typically satisfied to leave the decision to System 1. As I already mentioned, System 1 is a story writer. It takes a little bit of information about Paul, something like, that guy arrested Uncle Mordecai and sent him to prison for believing in Jesus. In no time, crafts a plausible story to explain partial information. Here's the story. That guy knocking on the door, he's now going to arrest more of us and send us to jail. System 1 is totally confident. System 1 is not at all interested in hearing more details before rendering a judgment. Unfortunately, System 2 thinking may still be snoring. According to Kahneman, System 1 is uninterested in gathering more information. It will not pause and ponder, there are still many things I may not know. Kahneman calls System 1's method Vaisiati, which stands for what you see is all there is. System 1 proceeds confidently, as if you have all the information needed to make a good decision. System 2, if it would only wake up, would say, oh, there may be additional information that I don't know yet. If only System 2 would wake up and start the cross-examination of System 1. Like Proverbs 18:17 says, the first to speak in court sounds right until the cross-examination begins. Amazingly, Barnabas, as a mature Christian, brought in the necessary additional information. He led the Jerusalem church in some System 2 thinking. Barnabas overcame his System 1 thinking and led the apostles to do the same. As it says in Acts 9:27, but Barnabas took him and brought him to the apostles. He told them how Paul on his journey had seen the Lord and that the Lord had spoken to him, and how in Damascus he had preached fearlessly in the name of Jesus. Notice that Barnabas took Paul to the apostles, who would hopefully be more interested in knowing more of the story. Mature Christians will not only to relate to each other people with System 1 thinking, the fast thinking, they'll also proceed calmly and carefully with the patience of love. That's what we'll talk about at Home Fellowship tonight.